Also, under the principal's report, I have two things that are in the board packet. The first one is on transitional math, which begins on page 11, I believe, in the board packet is the memo. And so this is a draft MOU with Triton regarding transitional math for your information. We currently have an arrangement with Triton College for our students in college algebra, so really not much is changing. Right now, when students take our college algebra course, we have the arrangement with Triton that they can earn developmental credit at Triton. So that means when they go to Triton, they can immediately take credit-bearing courses in math. Currently, this credit isn't transferable to any other institution. So the state is changing how they are doing things, and so the format of this partnership is changing a little bit. And so what that means is that students can use this credit at any community college in the state moving forward, and they can also use it at other colleges that sign up to be a part of what's called transitional math. So I know like Southern is participating, Eastern, ISU, and then some private universities as well. So we will continue to use our existing college algebra course to fulfill the MOU like we are now, but we will change the name to STEM math because that's the pathway that we're offering, and that's what the state calls it. The reason they call it STEM math is because this will be more of a project-based class, and there'll be more applications that focus on science and technology applications. It's not necessarily what everyone envisions as a STEM course, but there will be more application problems and hands-on problems. But that's really the only change. Everything else is really changing is just between us and Triton. There were some questions submitted about the MOU, so I will go through those.
Hold on before you go there, because I'm missing part of your point. I don't want to be in dense on this, Kristen, but we currently, do we have 3 classes that we offer that are
No, so I was going to get to that. So we
Okay,
only
I'm
offer,
sorry.
that's okay. So we only offer the college algebra course, and that one fulfills both developmental courses that Triton offers.
Okay.
The way the transitional math is set up is STEM is the highest of the 3 transitional math courses. So by offering the STEM transitional math course, students will be able to take any of those college courses listed. Whereas if you offer technical math, they can only fulfill the technical math going straight across. There's a whole big flow chart, but that's not in the MOU. But the reason we're offering the STEM math course is because it gives our students the most options to take any of the courses.
And so the reason we had Kristen present the MOU to the board tonight is because it requires the superintendent principal's signature, but we just wanted to make sure the board was aware of it.
I got it.
We don't have really any change. I mean, if we make one change, all 9 schools that are in the DVR program had to make the same changes. So
Correct.
it wasn't like something where we're just negotiating on our own behalf. It's a kind of a group MOU and this is what the best terms we came up with.
And this is something that was modeled to off of the state's version of the MOU, and then locally we made some changes.
Got it.
So I'd just like to comment. Grateful that you're doing that for any of us who have had kids that have graduated here and have done well in math. They go to Triton and find out they have to take some of these developmental courses and you lose a year. It happened to my son, was not happy, and I wish he would have had something like this when he was here. So I'm really thankful. Thank you for looking into that and getting it up to par.
Yeah, I certainly want to credit Lindsay Minot and the math staff for really partnering with Triton on like the logistics of going back and forth. The state is also planning on, I don't know if it'll be next year, if it'll be 2 years out, but doing the equivalent with English as well.
That's fantastic.
And so for some reason English has always been behind math when it comes to this partnership. There were some additional questions submitted on the MOU. Do you want me to go through them?
Whether they can change or not, like the one that says in one place, they have to be certified high school teachers. Another place that says they can be college teachers. Which is it?
Yeah, so I spoke to Triton on that today and asked why the community college math instructor was referenced because it's a little confusing. And that's in there because right now we have a liaison for Triton who is a community college math teacher, and they serve as our liaison between us and Triton, and they can provide any sort of support that we need. And they're going to offer that same person our liaison moving forward. And so that, the whole purpose of that was to say that they will also be a qualified math teacher.
Okay. You don't have to address the other, they're more, now that I know you can't change the agreement anyway, it doesn't matter.
Okay. The one thing I will address, the local advisory panel. So that is solely Triton's responsibility, and then we get to participate. But Triton is the one that's responsible for pulling that together and getting the 6 high schools to come in and participate on the panel.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions before I move to e-learning?
Pass vote
Right.
adoption on this.
You know,